guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming to just chill with me today, Sin. And if you're new here, my name is Sinclair. Thank you so much for joining me today. Guys, I am here today with some food. What I'm going to be doing is eating, and I am going to be answering some questions. I did a couple of questions on my Instagram. I think it was about 6 or 7 of them. Some of them were polls, and some of them were where you had to actually type in an answer. They are relationship questions that I asked, and I just asked like my followers to interact with me and answer the questions, give me their opinions. Just keep in mind, I will not be saying anybody's name. This is anonymous, so all the answers that I receive that I will be reading to you guys are going to be anonymous. Today, guys, I'm going to be eating Isla del Frappe. If you live in Orlando, you know exactly what this is. I'm almost positive you know what this is, and if you don't, go, because they are so good. Here I have a strawberry lemonade, and it has like actual fruit in it. I've tried this once, and it's really good. And then in here, let me go ahead and hold on. I'm already making a mess. And then in here I have, it's called the rellena. What it basically is it's a pizza empanada, and let's see. So it's a pizza empanada, and then they add like mayo ketchup. They put the little potato fries. They add ham, and they add, I think it's ground beef if I'm not mistaken. It's so good, you guys. It's delicious. That is so good. So I did put this up earlier today. It was like around noon, and I really haven't read like all the answers. I haven't even opened any of the responses I've gotten. I've kind of just like looked through them briefly throughout the day, and I've seen some interesting answers. The first question that I have is it okay to be friends with an ex once you're in a new relationship? So is it okay to be friends with an ex once you're in a new relationship? This was a poll question, so basically like yes or no. I got 73% said no, and 27% said yes. So that's pretty interesting. I kind of figured that this was gonna be like how it was, like basically a lot more people are gonna say no than yes. Alright, so I don't know. For this question, it's a little tricky for my personal opinion. I don't want to say no, and I don't want to say yes. I feel like for this, it all depends on the person. Like, if you're gonna be friends with your ex, you have to have boundaries. You can't, that's a person you have like history with. So it's kind of like iffy, because it's like, okay, you guys are friends. What if you guys are like hanging out while me and you aren't together? Or like, are you able to handle that? Are you able to be actual friends with them without crossing the line and disrespecting me? However, if you are single, like, if you're a single person and you and your ex want to be friends, like, okay, fine, that's cool. But still, there's still boundaries. It's like, you're my ex, so I kind of feel like there's just some things, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It all depends on the person, I guess. Like, if you can actually just be friends, then yeah, that's cool. But if you can't just be friends, and you're like from time to time flirting with this person or whatever the case is, that's a big no-no. So that is my opinion. I'm not very surprised that I did get that 73% that said no, and then that only 27% that did say yes. But let's move on to the next question. So the next question I asked was, would you rather travel around the world or have a family? This one I was a little bit surprised by. I got 67% that said family, so they would prefer a family rather than travel around the world. And then I got, hold on you guys, I want to eat some of this so bad, and I can't break it. sticky, like, I can't. I'm telling you guys, if you have not been to this place, you have to go. It's so good. And then they sell like a bunch of different like shakes. They have like 20 to 30 different shakes, like crazy shakes with like candies, and then they put like a bunch of stuff on top of it. You gotta check them out. I'm gonna link them below so that you guys know what it's called. They have two. They have one in Kissimmee, and they have one here in Orlando, in East Orlando. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat the question. Would you rather travel around the world or have a family? I got 67% of people saying that they prefer to have a family than travel, and 33% that said they would prefer to travel than a family. This one is a little bit tricky for me as well. However, I am gonna say travel the world. I do want a family, but if I had to pick between the two, considering I don't have any kids, I don't have a husband, I'm single, I would definitely choose to travel the world before I did have a family. And then at some point, very soon, because I am already 25, about to be 26 in a couple of months. But for me personally, traveling the world is something that I've always wanted to do. Like, I love to travel. I have traveled pretty often, or not pretty often. I've traveled quite often. I've gone a few different places, but definitely not to a lot of places. So I do still want to travel to a lot of places. And when you have kids, I'm not saying you can't travel. Of course you can. You can pick your family up and go, but it's not as easy. So definitely I would pick traveling first and then have a family. And then also, like, once I do have a family, I would still love to keep traveling, but it does make it a little harder because, you know, once you have kids, it's like completely different. Now you have to like pack for not only yourself, you have to pack for them and everybody, and you gotta like lug them around. I feel like it's just too much. So for me personally, yes, travel the world for sure. But I was definitely surprised by that one. I kind of felt like travel was going to win over having a family. But then again, if you think about it, a lot of people my age have kids already. They already have a family, so it's kind of like they can't really sit here and be like, go travel. We already have kids first, because you already have kids, so you already have your family. Let's go ahead and move on to the other question. I'm going to take a bite first though. It's getting cold, my food. I had ordered it over the phone, but I ordered it like right when I was leaving Patricia's house, and Patricia lives about 40 minutes from me, so I'm pretty sure they cooked this fast and it had time to just sit there. Bentley's over there looking at me like, can I have some? And guys, if you have me on social media, which a lot of the people that follow me that watch my videos already do, and you didn't get the opportunity to answer the questions on my Instagram, then go ahead and interact down below. Like, it's never too late to interact. Just go ahead and comment down below like your opinion. I want to hear, like, I felt like this was pretty interesting, and I want to continue to do stuff like this because you get to see so many different answers and so many different opinions, which is pretty cool. But then you also get a lot of similar ones as well. But yeah, let's move on to the next question. Okay, so this is not a poll. This is one that you have to actually type in the answer. So I'm going to go ahead and read. I think I'm going to be able to read all the answers because quite a few people answer, but it's not so many to where it's like, all right, you can't read all of them. So, excuse me. The next question is, what's your biggest fear about relationships? Okay, I'm going to read them in order. So somebody said, having them make you feel like they will always be there and one day they're just gone. That's deep. Somebody else said staying for too long and then have to start over because it didn't work out. And that one I can agree with 100% because then they're done that. I did get a few responses of cheating, which that's like the one I thought was going to be like the number one, but I got quite a few answers. But I did get a few of people saying cheating. Somebody said loyalty. Somebody said choosing the wrong chick, which that kind of sucks. Like, I mean, it sucks, but it doesn't, because you can always, like, if you're not happy, you move on. There's so many people out there in the world, and there's somebody that's out there that's gonna make you happy. Somebody said, my biggest fear is being made a fool after pouring my lifelike knowledge and love into them, which I can definitely agree with that, because it's kind of like, damn, you just did all that just for you and them not to work out, and now they're going to be with somebody else, and they're going to be able to share all that knowledge and all that stuff that you share with them with the next person. But it's life, and that happens a lot. Somebody said to find out your other half was telling one particular person everything about us. That's kind of weird. That sounds like a cheating situation if you ask me, but I can't really assume that because I don't know if that's what it means. But if like you're with somebody and then they're cheating on you and then they're going back and telling them like everything about you and them, that's just weird, because it's like, why are you spreading our business when you're supposed to be like on my side? And then somebody said giving my love to someone and then they use it for their own benefits, which I feel like that one goes hand in hand with the one where she said she was like her biggest fear is pouring out, you know, her life and knowledge. I got somebody that said cheating again, giving my love, and that's the one I just read. Giving 100% and not receiving the same in return, which is kind of also hand in hand. I also got wasting my time. We invest a lot of ourselves in a relationship for it to not work and be a waste, which is so true, because it's like you give all this time, especially when you're in a relationship for years and then you guys don't work out. That kind of really sucks. Somebody said trusting again. Trust issues is also a big thing, especially nowadays. Somebody was like, I know that the number one answer will probably be cheating, which you were kind of right, because it is a lot of people that said that. And then it says detachment is worse to me. So detachment is very hard. I find that very hard. I don't want to say a clingy person, but when I meet people that make an impact in my life that I really care about, it's very hard to detach from them, and that's something that I'm learning to do now. A response I got was to never be enough, which that can be draining when you're giving your all and that other person does not appreciate what you're doing. That's draining as hell. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and read the other one after I eat some more. If you know me, you know I love to eat. I can't really eat and do this and talk to you guys, so intermission. Next one is a poll, and the question is, do you prefer to stay in or go out for a date? So basically, if you're gonna go on a date, would you prefer to do it at home, or would you prefer to go out and do something with your significant other? For this one, I did get a 61% on staying in, and then on going out I got 39%. I'm not really surprised. I mean, like, this is something that I hear. I feel like this is a topic I hear often about, like, what would you prefer to do as far as, like, being on a date? Would you like to go out or stay in? So this one's not too surprising. For me personally, I'd much rather go out. I am not very much of a homebody. I don't really like being indoors. I work indoors, so I work 5 days a week. I work 40 hours a week, and I'm indoors that entire time, and it drives me nuts because I sit at a desk all day. So when it's my time off, whether it's, you know, after work, on the weekends, or I'm not working, being home is very hard for me. I try sometimes, because it's like, we all do need to rest. We all need to relax sometimes and just chill, but it's not my thing. If I can get up and go, I'd much rather do that. I'm happy to do that. So when it comes to going out on dates, like, I'd much rather get up, you know, get dressed, my makeup, and go out and do something, because there's so many different things that you can do that I'd much rather do. Like, every time we're gonna go on a date, let's do something new that we haven't done before. So it's kind of how I look at that one. If you can ask your significant other anything in the world with a truthful answer, what's something you would ask them? I'm halfway done. I got about 8 answers. So somebody said, is this gonna be forever, sis? Like, that's like a straight up ass question, right? Are you here to stay, or are you here to waste my time? Somebody asked, why are you with me? And I think that's a really good question, because not everybody has good intentions. Some people have really bad intentions. They may be with you for something other than being with you because they want to be with you, because they love you. So that's a good question. One answer I got was, do you feel loved and supported by me? That's a good question, because you want to make sure that your significant other does feel that way. And it's always good to ask your significant other questions like that. You know, like, are you happy? Do I make you happy? Etc., etc. Somebody said, I'm single, but if I was cuffed, I'd ask, when it gets tough, can I count on you to be there? And that's a good one, because what are significant others for? That's like your partner. They're supposed to be there in times of need, hard times, good times, all that. Somebody said, why? Question mark. I don't really know what she means by that, but maybe she's kind of saying, like, how the other question was like, why are you with me? Like, I'm assuming that's what she meant, is like, why? Like, why are we together? Or she could possibly mean like, why? Like, why do you treat me the way you treat me? Or why did you do what you did? Who knows? Somebody said, does she see us building together as a strong couple? That's like a straightforward question. Somebody said, I'd rather not know. Well, I guess like that's kind of like, excuse me, but that's kind of like one of those, what you don't know, what I don't know won't hurt me, but I don't really live by that. Like, I like to know shit, so. And then the last answer I got was, do you plan on being with me forever, or is this momentary? Which is kind of like, is this going to be forever, sis? So that's a very good question. You want to make sure that people are with you and they're not going to be playing games. So for this one, for me personally, I don't know what I would ask, but let me see, let me think. I think I really like I'm not really supposed to say like I'm picky. I'm supposed to pick like which one of these are my favorite, but like the one that I really like is, why are you with me? Because that's like a really good question. It's kind of like you can, especially like you're going to be getting a very truthful answer. I feel like that's a great question, because it's kind of like you can get the true meaning of why this person is sitting there with you. Why are they spending their time with you? And another question I think I would ask is, do I make you happy, and why? And I would want to know the why, because I feel like that would kind of give you the opportunity to see if you do really make that person happy once they answer your question. So the next question, all right, we're getting close to the end here. Hold on. All right. So the next question is, when you're having a bad day, would you prefer your partner leave you alone or try and cheer you up? This one I'm not surprised with the answers. I got 77% said cheer me up, and 23% leave me the fuck alone. So this one I'm not surprised by. Me personally, if I'm feeling down and out, or I'm pissed, or whatever the case is, if I'm feeling anything but happy, I want my significant other to try and cheer me up. First, ask me what's wrong, talk to me, make sure I'm okay, and then try and cheer me up. I mean, it may not work, but at least try. There's people out here that'll like, you know, I've seen people like, if you know, let's just say you're sad and like, you're probably like acting grouchy, or you're like giving the person attitude or whatever, but it's not necessarily intentional. It's not towards them, but you're just feeling some type of way, and then they're gonna be like, oh, well, like, why are you giving me an attitude? Like, and then they give you one back. Like, they reciprocate the way you're treating them, which I think is kind of dumb. Like, why don't you try and help your significant other feel better, try to get to the root of the problem, figure out why they're feeling the way they're feeling. So this is the last question, you guys. What are some annoying habits of other couples that irritate you the most? So basically, like, what are things that other couples do that pisses you off? Okay guys, so the next question is, what are some annoying habits of other couples that irritate you the most? So basically, what is something that you see other couples doing that kind of just annoys you or bothers you? For this one, I got quite a few answers, and the first one was hiding shit, which definitely I agree, because if you're hiding something, that means you're lying, and lying is no good. Honesty is always the best policy, especially in a relationship. Advertising on social media what's not even genuine. Privacy is key. So yes, that is a good one, because nowadays a lot of people pretend like they're happy. You see them posting on social media, and like they do all this stuff just to make it look good and just to like impress the world, which I think is stupid, because it's like, if you're not happy, why are you even putting it on social media? Just leave it alone. Like, don't even post anything. It looks stupid, and then you guys don't end up working out, and next thing you know, you guys break up, and you've been posting all this stuff. People are gonna be like, what the fuck, like, you guys were just good. So yeah, I don't agree with that. And then someone said that oblivious you the real shit going on phase. That oblivious you the real shit going on phase. I don't understand that one too much, so I'm gonna leave that one there, because maybe it was a typo, but it says that oblivious you the real shit going on phase. Somebody said, I like this answer because it's a little bit like different to the other ones, and it says they're out eating on their phone. So basically, like, you and that person, you and your significant other are having dinner somewhere, and even at home, and they're just like on their phone at dinner. I agree with that one. Me personally, you know, that's very rude. I did grow up where, like, I couldn't have my phone at the table when I was, you know, I mean, now, like, I sit at this phone on my table, whatever, but I know not to just be picking up my phone while I'm at the dinner table. You know, there's no phones at the table. And especially if you're, you know, your significant other, if you guys are having dinner, that should be, like, you time. Somebody put posting lovey-dovey shit. So that kind of probably goes hand in hand with the advertising on social media. I agree. I mean, you can post whatever the hell you want, and especially if you guys are genuinely happy, by all means, go ahead. Somebody said arguing over pettiness. That's a really good one. That one's very straight to the point. And then I got one that said when they lack trust and act as though it's healthy or normal with their actions that follow. That's a good one too, because if you lack trust, then be straight up about it. Like, don't sit here and act upon that, try and fix that. That's kind of like, someone said when they cheat and lie, which, I mean, that's straightforward. Don't even gotta go over that. That's, it's unacceptable in a relationship. You shouldn't be cheating or lying. Somebody said when they see people who are way too clingy, which I can understand. You know, being clingy can be kind of annoying. Like, you don't want to be clingy and all on top of this person and suffocating them, because then they're just gonna get tired of you. And then the last one I got was that they post every single little thing about the relationship on social media. So that does go hand in hand with the other two responses, saying advertising on social media where privacy is key. So social media gets to people. Everybody has noticed that. Like, social media gets to people, and people feel like they have to post every single thing that happens in their life, and you don't have to. Like, you don't need to tell the world everything. They don't pay your bills. They don't feed you. So stop trying to post things just to kind of get people's, like, reactions or opinions, or so that people can be like, oh shit, you know. Keep that shit to yourself. Just post very minimal. Like, you don't have to tell people every single thing. So I definitely agree with that response. That was the last response, and also the last question. I actually really enjoyed doing this today. It was pretty cool to receive all these responses. My phone, you know, every time it went off, like, when I had a chance, I was a little bit busy, but when I had a chance, I would kind of scroll through some, like, really briefly, but Everything looks good, but let me make sure that there's nothing extra in it. So those were all of the answers to my questions. I will definitely be doing this again. I don't know if this is going to be content you guys enjoy, but I really hope so because I feel like this is pretty cool. If you did enjoy this video, guys, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. You guys, please subscribe. We are growing slowly but surely. I appreciate every single one of you that do support me, that watch my videos, that have already subscribed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you for coming to just chill with me, Sin. Until next video, I love you guys. Peace.